Franchise here, and today's video was inspired by me by a good friend of mine. Her name is Robin, and I will leave her channel in the link below. Shouts out to her. And in one of her vids, she was talking about how thieves are and how something got stolen from her. And when I was watching it, and I got inspired by it, and how something related happened to me. And like when I found out what happened and found who it was, so I thought for my person I thought who was my friend now my enemy. It was like you would never thought that would happen. But here's how it began. I was in college at the time, and I believe it was in the middle of spring. It was right there in spring, and probably just still winter. It was getting a little bit warm out, so I had a day off of my job site thingy. You go in and they rate you on how you do on your job and stuff. So I get this unexpected visit from a friend of mine saying that he wanted to come visit me because I haven't seen it because he haven't seen me since I left DC, and at the time I was 16 when I left, and I'm like, you know what, okay, and it was like, something suspicious because he's not a nice dude. He's always that's a person that's an asshole. So he came in. He said, what's up? How you been? Like, I'm glad you went to college. I'm on my third kid and this and that and the other. I said, congratulations. I said, do you have a job? He said, well, yeah, I do this and that. I said, okay, well, so well, you're making a good amount of money, so that's good. So me not thinking with my head, I didn't know you're supposed to sign him in doing the front, so the security know who he is. So that's exclamation mark number one for me, which is my fault. So I showed him around the school, showed him where everything was at, and he said, that's good or no. He said, well, where's your roommate? You always talk about you want to live on campus and this and that and the other. So where's your room? I said, well, it's right there down the hall. Then you turn to your right. He said, well, show me. So I walked. I showed him. Of course, my room it wasn't clean, but it wasn't a mess. It was just decent size. Well, decent looking, I could say. But he come in. He said, well, you need to clean your room. That's how bugs get attracted and this and that and the other. I said, well, okay. So this is exclamation part number two. I left my money on the table where it should have been put up. So he sat down. He said, "Well, do you get financial aid?" I said, "Well, yeah. The first one you get $75. The second one you get is $200. The 75 one I spend on the stuff I needed for my room and food. The $200 one I was going to spend on my phone bill, more food for my room, possibly clothes, and to save the rest for anything else." So here's the icing on the cake. You know, he's talking this and that. He kept eyeing my money, and ouch. He said, "Well, I'm kind of hungry, and I don't got no money on me. You want to go out?" I said, "Well, no, I want to save my money in this and that and the other." I said, Then he said, "All right." And he act like he was on the phone. I'm talking to my old roommate, and he said, "Well, I'm about to go with my girlfriend, so I'll catch you later." I said, "All right." So he said, "Hey, I just found I got money on my card. What's go out to eat is my treat." Then I said, "Okay." And here's strike number three. I didn't know that my money was still put out. I should have put it away when I left. So I closed my door, forgot my keys inside the door, and he said, well, it's not like nobody's gonna go inside your room anyway. You know, the door is locked and your keys are in there. I said, well, that's true. So I'm not thinking that if my money was still in there. You know, I'm thinking about food as usual. So, and I get inside the car. I said, how did you get money all of a sudden? He said, well, I got a paycheck just now. I said, paychecks just don't come and go when you want it to come. So I said, man, like, so where did you get the money? He said, I work, you know. So I dropped it. We get to the restaurant, we start eating. He put out these I don't know where he started putting out this money of 20s. And he tipped the waitress $80. The food was $40. And he went to the gas station, he put 40 in the car. So, and that like, so, he using all this money. Where's it going? Where's it going and how did he get it? So I'm not thinking none of this in my head whatsoever. Like, alright, okay. I got my head scratching, you know. I'm not thinking at all until it clicked to me, so I get back to the school. Soon as we got back to the school, he said, hey man, it was nice hanging out with you, you know. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you again. I said, yeah, you know what, me too. So I went back to my room. My money was gone. So I went to the security and I said, well, do you got footage of the person with the license plate that just dropped me off? They said, well, no. And who came inside the school with you anyway without signing in? I said, well, that was an old friend of mine. He said, well, first of all, that's you can't do that because what if you would have had weapons? So what if you had some type of firearm and would have harmed the school? Which I didn't know that, or I wasn't thinking that. So fast forward, he was the cause of me. He was the cause of my girlfriend breaking up with me, and it was a whole bunch of stuff going on. And I just think that when it comes to thieves, I believe everybody had stole something at one point. Everybody had taken something, stole something, or whatever the case may be. We all had stole something. I know I did, but that was I think. Yeah, I was in the 5th grade when I did it. It was at a book fair. I wanted a notebook, a handy dandy notebook, but I was told to because I wanted it and I didn't have the money to get it, so I took it. So I believe that you know if you have something valuable of yours and you don't trust the person near you, please put your money or put your stuff in a safe area so therefore it doesn't get stolen or misplaced, because I feel like if that day if I would have put my money away, I would have had it the day I graduated and I could have spent something with it. But subscribe to my second channel, subscribe to Robin's channel, give this video a thumbs up, and please give me your story on something that's been misplaced or stolen, or give your take on the video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.